Hi, this is Deborah at Dinglefoot Scrapbooking, and this week I have a very simple birthday card that will work very well for a man. I know sometimes it's kind of hard to find one for a man, so this one's more plain and it'll work very well. So first of all, I used this Sizzix embossing folder. It's from the Tim Holtz Alterations collection, and it's the cattail one. And so if you can see my paper here, you can kind of see it better because I have a paper that has a white core in it. So some of the white came through, which it looks okay that way, but I'm going to be coloring in the cattails just a little bit with chalk, and it will cover up that white part too, if you can even see it, how it came through on my paper. But I just embossed that piece of paper. It's about 4 1/8 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So that will just go nicely on the front of my card here. You can see that there. And then I made a little tag, and I just made one so that it'll fit up in this corner. And if you can see here, I just took a pencil and drew some dots along here. And what those are marks for where I'm going to be putting these little antique mini brads through. So you can see they're kind of an antique brass color. And then for the inside, I have another sheet of paper, the same size as the one I embossed, and then I drew 3 marks on there. So I'll be putting more brads through there. And for my greeting, I'm just going to use a happy birthday peel-off sticker. And I think that's all I'm going to use for this card. So first of all, I'm going to take this piece of paper that I embossed, and I have some chalk here, and I'm going to be rubbing it on this design just to color it in a little bit. So I have this little applicator with a sponge top on it, kind of like an eye makeup applicator. And I'm just going to be rubbing it into some dark brown chalk, and then just very gently going over this design. And it doesn't matter to me if I get a little bit in the surrounding area, but I'm trying to rub lightly over the top. You can see it's just kind of bringing that design out just a little bit more. And it helps cover up those white spots that came through. So if you wanted to be really fancy, you could do this very carefully and color the leaf parts green, but I'm just doing mine all in brown. Just take it and just kind of brush it off a little bit. And then you're left with just a very light coloring on your paper. Just like that. And now we can start putting the card together. First of all, I'm going to take this part and just put it on the front. And I'm just using a double-sided adhesive. So I'll just peel the backing off my tape here. Okay, I'll just place that right on the front, very simple. And next I'm going to take a needle and poke all these holes that I need for my brads to go through. So it's easier to poke a hole with a needle beforehand, erase my dots there, than to try to shove the little legs of the brad through the paper and wrinkle your paper all up. So that's why I like to use a large needle. Just punch right through that paper before I try to stick my brad through. Okay, so we can just start poking these all through. So I'm going to take a minute to do that, and I'll be right back. As you can see, I got all the little brads put in place. And so, I'm going to make my tag first. So, this part is just going to go on top of the brown part. Just like that. And I'll pull off one of these happy birthday peel off stickers here to put on there. So that's just going to go right there. And easy as that, we have a really nice looking tag. And this will just go right on the top of the card here. And I thought about putting twine along the outside of that card, and I might still go ahead and do that just for a little added decoration. But first of all, I'm just going to stick this right here on my card, and I'll go ahead and put that inside part in here too, and all I'm going to do is either print something from Word or I'll just handwrite something inside the card. That's kind of a nice thing to do if you don't have a stamp or something for inside. Just go to your computer and find a poem or something online for birthdays or a saying, and then just print it on a nice sheet of white paper. It can even be just the paper from your copier, or you can put or your printer and put in a nice thin sheet of paper that has a little bit of a textured design to it, and then just cut that out and stick that inside your card. That always looks very nice. So there we go, inside. There's the outside, and then just for a little bit of an added decoration, I just took a piece of twine, and I'm going to be using, I think I'll put a little bit of hot glue on this to keep the knot down, because they never like to stay where I put them. And I'm not tying a bow or anything, I'm just going to tie a knot, just like that. Then I'll cut the ends of that off. And just to make it stay where it's put, I'm going to add just a little bit of hot glue. Sometimes they kind of shift and move around on your card, and I don't want it to move. So I'll just stick that right there. And there we go. We have a nice birthday card for a man. Thanks so much for watching.